Show yourself.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some freaky clips that you need to see to believe. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. Our first clip of the day was sent to us by viewer Stephen Corona. Recently, Corona was driving in his car when suddenly the radio started making some rather unsettling noises. Take a listen. At first, there's some interference. It sounds like hissing and moaning. As the clip progresses, the noises get more and more eerie sounding. By the end, it sounds like something recorded in the depths of hell. Some ghost hunters use radios in an attempt to communicate with the dead. They believe that the static on the radio can be used to send and receive messages from ghosts. It's thought that the ghosts can use the static on the radio to send messages back to the living. In the world of parapsychology, the study of spirit communication via electronic means is known as electronic voice phenomenon, or EVP. Some of the earliest EVP research was pioneered by Latvian writer and intellectual Konstantin Raudive. His book, Breakthrough, An Amazing Experiment in Electronic Communication with the Dead, published in 1971, brought the phenomenon to public attention and remains one of the most influential works on the subject. Although his work has been largely dismissed by the scientific community, Raudive's research has inspired many people to investigate EVP for themselves. Raudive claimed to have received voices on tape that were not heard at the time of recording, but could be heard later when played back. He suggested that they were a form of paranormal phenomenon. Raudive passed away in 1974. Shortly after, George Meek, a colleague of Raudive's, allegedly recorded him after he died. In the recording, a voice that sounds like Raudive can be heard talking about his work on EVP. Take a listen.
Morning, this is George Meek.
This is Konstantin Raudive. George, my friend, at last we succeeded in contacting you. Jeanette is beside me, and she wants to give you all her love. This is Konstantin Raudive. This is the first contact you get from us. I suppose that you can hear me.
I can hear you very well, very plainly.
Fine, so this is the beginning of a new story, a new chapter, George. You are a very good friend of ours, even if we haven't met. We will continue this. This is the first bridge we succeeded to build to the States. Mark was contacted, and I must interrupt now.
Thank you, dear friend. You may not be able to hear me, but I want to take this occasion to say...
The voice on the other end of the line, which is alleged to be Raudive, is clear and speaks with an eerie tempo.
Fine, so this is the beginning of a new story, a new chapter, George.
So is this really the voice of Konstantin Raudive after he died? Raudive himself described EVP as half-finished sentences, fragmented thoughts, and broken words. He believed that they were not intentional attempts to communicate with us, but random bits of information that were intended for other entities. However, in this recording, it appears quite intentional that he's trying to contact George Meek.
We will continue this. This is the first bridge we succeeded to build to the States. Mark was contacted, and I must interrupt now.
Raudive's work on EVP was groundbreaking and helped to legitimize the field of parapsychology. Meek's recordings of Raudive have been studied by many researchers and are considered to be one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for survival after death. So, could our viewer, Stephen Corona, have heard some kind of EVP of his own over his radio? Many commenters agreed that it's certainly unnerving, but just whether it's attempted contact from the beyond remains unknown. This next one was uploaded to TikTok by user Bacardi. In the clip, the OP shows an old photo that was taken in 1999. At the time, the uploader's mum bought a disposable camera to capture a bonfire night on their property. Wanting a family photo, the mum asked everyone to huddle in for a group shot. However, the OP's younger brother refused to come any closer. He kept insisting that he couldn't, but the family didn't understand why. On the side of the photo, you can see the younger brother looking distressed. It wasn't until the photo was eventually developed that the family realized what had happened. In the background, there's a man standing off to the left. The family insists there wasn't anyone standing there that night. They can't identify the man and have no way of explaining why he appeared in the photo. After they spotted the mysterious figure in the photo, they realized that their younger brother must have seen the figure or sensed that there was something there. That's why he was refusing to come any closer. If you take a closer look at the man's face, it looks distorted and almost demonic. All these years later, the family still can't explain why the strange man appeared in the photo and find it hard to look at it. This next curious piece of footage has been going viral across social media this past few weeks. This version was shared to Twitter by user Ronan19217435. Take a look. The clip purports to show a giant skeleton unearthed at an undisclosed dig site. There also appears to be some kind of snake-like skeleton wrapped around the giant's remains. The clip quickly went viral, with many calling it proof of an ancient giant. It turns out that the clip is quite old. Back in 2019, several international news outlets ran articles on the find. They reported that a giant skeleton had been unearthed in a cave in Krabi, Thailand back in 2017. A lot of viewers immediately made comparisons to the Nephilim. In the Bible, the Nephilim are a group of beings who are half human, half angel. They're said to be the offspring of humans and angels, and their name comes from the Hebrew word for fallen ones. The Nephilim were said to be very tall and strong, and they were known for their violence. Some biblical scholars believe that the Nephilim were real beings who lived on Earth in ancient times. There are several theories about who or what the Nephilim might actually be. Some believe that they were simply mythical creatures, while others believe that they were actually a race of superhumans with supernatural abilities. They were said to be very intelligent, and many believe they were responsible for building the ancient city of Babylon. In 2019, the alleged giant discovery in Thailand was reported as a genuine find. However, after a little digging, we've found that it's actually an art installation. Taiwanese artist Tu-Wei Cheng is known for his sculptural work that often incorporates oversized replicas of everyday objects. At 20 feet tall, the sculpture is an imposing sight, and Tu says he wanted to create something that would make people smile. And so, even though this discovery turned out to be an art installation, it's interesting that myths and legends of giants roaming the earth have persisted for eons. And still to this day, the idea of giants once inhabiting Earth captures our imagination. clip on TikTok's been going viral this week, with many calling it evidence that kids can see ghosts. The home security footage, which was shared by user Raudive2326, appears to show a child interacting with something we can't see. Take a look. Watching that again, it looks like the container is grabbed by an unseen force. Then later, it looks like her lunchbox is grabbed as well. Throughout the clip, the young girl chats to something we can't see. The striking footage has opened up a dialogue of whether or not children can actually see ghosts. Some paranormal experts believe that children can see ghosts because they're more in tune with the spirit realm. This means that they're able to pick up on energy and vibrations that adults can't. One theory is that children's minds are not yet fully developed, so they're able to process information in a different way than adults. This allows them to see things that adults would normally filter out. Another theory is that children's imaginations are more active, which makes them more open to seeing ghosts and spirits. However, a counter-argument is that it's nothing more than an overactive imagination, and that they're just playing around and not actually seeing anything at all. Whatever the reason, there are many stories of children encountering ghosts and spirits. And while some adults may be skeptical, there's no doubt that footage like this certainly does make you wonder whether children are capable of sensing the supernatural. This next eerie photo was submitted to our Facebook community page by viewer Scotty Elena. Elena says her sister took these photos of their father and nephew sitting on a tractor in their backyard. At first, they just thought it was a cute family photo, but on closer inspection, something eerie became apparent. In the shed on the right, there's a silhouette of a man. The family have no idea who or what the dark shadow could be, as they didn't notice it at the time the photo was taken. They uploaded a comparison photo taken at a later date. Here we can clearly see that there isn't anything causing a silhouette or shadow. Other viewers in the group were creeped out by the sighting, with one comment saying it almost looks like a soldier in World War II uniform. To this day, the family has no way of explaining the mysterious shadowy figure. Hopefully one day they'll be able to solve this bizarre sighting. Before we take a look at some eerie footage that many are calling evidence of a poltergeist, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Our final clip of the day was uploaded to TikTok by user Mookster38. The footage has been causing quite a stir on the platform, with some declaring it evidence that poltergeists really do exist. Take a look.
What's the fuck that bottle in here for? What the fuck?
Slowly, the camera holder creeps towards his bathroom. At first, it's hard to make out, but there appears to be a shampoo bottle hovering in mid-air. The homeowner's clearly spooked by the incident when suddenly this happens.
Now show yourself! Nope.
Watching that again, it's quite easy to dismiss the first half of the clip as a bottle suspended by string. But when the bottle suddenly falls to the ground, it becomes a little harder to explain just what's going on here.
Now show yourself!
According to the world of parapsychology, a poltergeist is a ghost or spirit that manifests itself through physical activity, such as moving objects, making noises, or even harming people. It's often believed that poltergeists are associated with times of stress or upheaval in a person's life, and they're said to be attracted to places with high emotional energy. While some people believe that poltergeists are malevolent beings, others think they're simply mischievous spirits that are looking for attention. Most people believe that poltergeists are the restless spirits of the dead. One of the first recorded instances of a poltergeist dates back to around 60 AD, when Pliny the Younger wrote about a haunting in Athens. According to Pliny's letters, there was a notorious villa in Athens that many thought was haunted. In fact, it was thought to be so haunted that locals refused to stay the night in the villa, so it eventually fell into disrepair and became unused. That was until a skeptical philosopher named Athenodorus was looking for a place to stay with cheap rent. Thinking the stories were nothing more than myth and legend, he happily took on the villa at a heavily discounted price. However, it's written that on the first night, a ghostly figure of an old man bound by chains appeared to Athenodorus. The apparition limped to the courtyard of the villa, then disappeared. Thinking quickly, Athenodorus marked the spot where the ghost had vanished and notified authorities about what had happened. The following day, they dug up the marked ground and discovered the remains of an old man bound by chains. They gave the body a proper burial, and according to legend, the ghost never appeared again. So then, is this footage evidence that poltergeists really do exist? Unless more info comes to hand, this sighting will continue to puzzle and intrigue viewers, adding to the ever-growing lore surrounding poltergeists.
Show yourself. Nope.
If you missed it, last week I was on the Casper Vision podcast. We chatted about life, ghosts, and all things slapped ham.
By the way, if you see any of these soundproofing things fall behind us or anything like that, okay, I purchased the best sticky tapes that apparently you can get on planet Earth, and that's not any good. So I don't know what happens. It's because it's against sponge. It's one of these. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Is it not because of the office was built
on a graveyard?
We better get it on film and we can feature it falling in the background.
Yeah.
Just, there we go. That fell in the corner there. Did you see that?
There you go. You can put us on. You can put us on your top 5 now, hey?
It's keeping you all guessing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
There's another one.
As soon as I said it, it's listening to me.
No.
Just
you guys are haunted.
I know, mate.
For sure.
If you want to suss the entire interview, there's links in the description box below and we'll pin it in the comments. Now, if you want more mysterious video clips like the ones you've just watched, then check out these links right there. Also a reminder, we've got an awesome range of hoodies and tees. If you want to check it all out, hit up that merch shelf just below the player there. Otherwise, there's links in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.